The abyss, a sprawling and ever-shifting plane of malevolence, stands as a testament to unbridled chaos and destruction. Existing at the lower reaches of the multiverse, the abyss is an infinite chasm of infinite layers, each a self-contained realm of horror and entropy. Its creation is shrouded in the mysteries of the cosmos, with myths suggesting it was born from the blood of an elder evil, or as a consequence of the primordial clash between law and chaos. These tales speak to its primal nature as a force of pure destruction and its role in the multiverse as a counterbalance to order and creation. Each layer of the abyss is unique, shaped by the whims of its denizens or the chaotic forces that dominate its essence. These layers are often reflections of nightmares, with landscapes ranging from volcanic wastelands to oceans of acid, all teeming with demonic life. Some layers are suffocatingly small, mere pockets of madness, while others stretch endlessly, harboring ecosystems of unspeakable monstrosities. The abyss's chaotic nature ensures that even the laws of reality can warp, leaving travelers disoriented and vulnerable to the horrors within. Time, gravity, and even the very air itself can change at random, rendering survival a constant challenge. Today, we delve into the layers of the abyss and the demon lords who manifest chaos and rage at the highest manifestations within the planes. The first layer, known as the Plane of Infinite Portals, serves as the gateway to the abyss, a vast, barren wasteland pocked with countless sinkholes and portals. It is a place of perpetual warfare, as countless demons vie for dominance or seek to ascend to greater power. The portals lead to innumerable layers, each harboring dangers beyond mortal comprehension. Scholars speculate that the Plane of Infinite Portals might have once been a single, cohesive layer, shattered by the endless conflicts that define the abyss. Beyond this layer lies a near-endless array of realms, each ruled by its own cruel logic or lack thereof. Even the most seasoned adventurers know that venturing past the first layer is a gamble with almost certain doom. The most powerful demons are the demon lords. These individuals are unique demons that can command entire layers of the abyss and function almost as deities. They can project physical manifestations onto the astral plane, and from there infiltrate other planes without placing themselves in danger of being slain. Some demon lords are known as demon princes, but such titles are largely meaningless in a realm as infinite and chaotic as the abyss. A demon lord that is slain is banished to its home layer for 100 years. According to the Black Scrolls of Arm, a demon lord slain on its home layer is destroyed forever, although the Demonomicon of Igwilv argues that the abyss itself can regenerate a supposedly destroyed demon lord for reasons that are unfathomable. A strange shimmering in the air announces the arrival of a shape, little more than a billowing white diaphanous sheet. Closer inspection reveals a lithe and seductive form beneath the sheet, a voluptuous feminine figure, indistinct and hazy. Now and then the edges of the sheet rise a little, too highly on the netherwind, yet never rise high enough to reveal the details that writhe beyond. This is the Pale Night. Known as the Mother of Demons, Pale Night is a mysterious and ancient entity. Cloaked in a ghostly shroud, she resides within a featureless white void, her true form hidden from mortal eyes. Legends suggest she birthed many of the abyss's demons, and that her whispers can drive even the strongest minds to madness. Some accounts claim she predates the abyss itself, and that her presence helped shape its chaotic essence. Her realm, eerily silent and devoid of structure, defies the senses, leaving intruders to succumb to despair and insanity. Pale Night dwells in a bone basel located on the 600th layer of the abyss, since long before Baphomet claimed that layer as his own. The Mors Mysterium Nominum claims she is the mother of several Tanari lords, including Grast, Lupercio, and Vucaric of Chains. The Demonomicon, on the other hand, portrays her not as a mother of demons, but as a mother of several notorious and monstrous material plane races, such as the Harpy and the Lamia. What seems certain is that Pale Night is viewed as the mother figure by not only her cultists, but also by many of the denizens of the Abyss itself. On the material plane, Pale Night's cult is virtually unknown. Cultists that do exist are few in number, usually consisting of a couple spellcasters who seek ways of introducing horrific new races of demonic terror on the world by impregnating female creatures of all kinds with raw, abyssal chaos. The Prince of Demons, Demogorgon's influence, is unparalleled. With 2 serpentine heads and a towering, monstrous form, he embodies primal savagery and relentless ambition. His realm, the Gaping Maw, is a hellish jungle teeming with predatory creatures and labyrinthine waterways. Each head, Amel and Hethradia, harbors its own personality, their eternal struggle for dominance driving Demogorgon's cunning and cruelty. Within the Gaping Maw, demonic beasts prowl relentlessly, their roars echoing through the suffocating canopy of twisted trees and brambles. The demon towers are full 18 feet tall, his body at once sinuous like that of a snake and powerful like that of a great ape. 2 baleful baboon heads leer from atop his lumbering shoulders, attached to which are 2 long writhing tentacles. His lower torso is saurian, like some great reptile with an immense forked tail. Inside, the Prince of Demons rages a secret war for control of himself. Demogorgon has 2 heads and therefore 2 minds, and each one seeks domination of the other. Amael is the persona in control of Demogorgon's left head, while Ethradia controls the right. Each is unable to control the other, nor could one slay the other without also perishing. By most definitions, this internal conflict would be described as insanity, but that would be applying inappropriate mortal standards to one whom such standards can never apply. Demogorgon's war with Orcus and Grast has been epic in scope. Their armies have clashed throughout the Abyss since the dawn of the Tanari race. Worshippers of Demogorgon are more likely to be scaly things that hide from the light than humans or members of other civilized races. Despite his stature in the Abyss, the vast majority of the material plane is blissfully ignorant of his existence, yet they know his works, if only indirectly. The Horned King rules over the Endless Maze, a labyrinthine layer filled with shifting corridors and deadly traps. As the patron of minotaurs and a master of brutality, Baphomet revels in bloodshed and the primal instincts of his followers. The maze's walls pulse with a life of their own, shifting unpredictably to confound and trap intruders. Ritual arenas dot the maze, where Baphomet's worshippers engage in blood-soaked combat to earn his favor. This hulking, man-like brute stands 20 feet tall. His muscular frame is covered in thick, matted black hair. His head is that of a fiendish bull, and his great horns are stained in the lifeblood of countless victims. Cloven hooves and a bovine tail complete his bestial appearance. Baphomet has a complex relationship with Pale Night. The 2 demon lords share control over the same abyssal layer, although Pale Night's influence doesn't extend beyond the vast plateau on which her castle is located. The 2 demons have never joined forces to accomplish a goal, but any attempt to lay siege to one of their holdings in the Endless Maze might result in the other coming to his or her aid. Baphomet regards several other demon lords with particular hatred, especially Grast, who imprisoned Baphomet for some time, and Yanogu, as the 2 have been at war for eons. Baphomet's driving goal is the destruction of his hated foe, Yanogu. Neither demon lord remembers the genesis of this mutual hatred, but most of Baphomet's actions on the material plane are tied in some way to his war efforts against the demon prince of Knolls. The demon prince of Undeath, Orcus, commands legions of undead from his realm, Thanatos. A bloated and decaying figure, he seeks to extinguish all life, replacing it with his eternal dominion of the dead. Thanatos itself is a necropolis of unimaginable scale, with towering ziggurats, bone-laden plains, and rivers of black ichor. Orcus's influence extends far beyond the abyss, as his necromantic powers attract mortal cultists desperate for immortality. This massive, bloated demon stands 15 feet tall, his immense frame a hideous combination of muscle and bloated flesh. His head is that of a ram with a great maw filled with tusks, and his thick, furred legs end in cloven hooves. Leathery wings and a barb-tipped tail complete the picture of the archetypal demon. After becoming complacent in his eternal war with Demogorgon and Grast, Orcus was recently murdered and deposed. But then he rose from the dead, an undead demon, and took the name Tenebrous for a time, hiding in the shadows of the multiverse, waiting for his revenge. Orcus is no longer content to grow fat and decadent in his castle. He focuses his anger and hate on the absolute destruction of his enemies and the spread of woe and havoc among mortals. He covets Grast and Demogorgon's realms above all others, and commands a host of undead and demons that ravage entire layers of the abyss at his whim. Orcus's cult on the material plane is in truth his greatest resource. In particular, orcs, ogres, and giants revere Orcus, as do a large number of corrupt and despicable humans. He demands living sacrifices from his cultists. Blood and skills are important parts of the imagery used in his worship. The Dark Angel of the Abyss. Pazuzu rules the skies of the abyss and preys on the vulnerable with cunning and deceit. His realm, High Winds, is an endless stormscape, where the winds carry whispers of despair and corruption. Mortals who invoke Pazuzu's name risk drawing his attention, as he delights in manipulating and corrupting the innocent. His dominion over aerial demons grants him unparalleled reach, making his influence felt across many layers. Although he's a tall, well-proportioned man, this figure's demonic features cannot be ignored. His powerful bird-like talons scrape the floor as he approaches, and four-feathered wings shine with oil and writhe with smoke on his back. His head combines the features of a handsome man and a feral hawk. His cruel hooked beak filled with a forest of needle teeth. Pazuzu is a unique example of survival in the abyss. Originally, one of the more powerful Oberith lords, his independence was a constant thorn in the Queen of Chaos's side. As it turned out, Pazuzu has since evolved with the new rule of the abyss. While he is still an Oberith, he has been accepted by Tanari and represents a sort of missing link between the two races. Due to this duality of nature, Pazuzu's form has taken on a less horrible appearance with the passing of eons, and his form of madness has transformed into his current aura of servile avians. The other demon lords seem to begrudgingly award him the skies above their realms, if only because there seems to be little there to claim. Pazuzu does not lust for the rule of a realm in the abyss, although he does control the 500th and 3rd layer of the abyss. His goals include the lusts for innocence, purity, and honesty. These sweet nectars are his greatest vice, and as he consumes them, he leaves bitterness, cruelty, and wickedness in the shells of those he has corrupted. The magic of the abyss is as wild and unpredictable as the plane itself. Spells cast within its bounds are often twisted, their effects amplified or warped by the chaotic energies that permeate every layer. Abyssal magic frequently draws on the plane's inherent entropy, fueling destructive and corruptive spells. Even the simplest incantation can spiral out of control, consuming the caster or unraveling the fabric of reality around them. The abyss is not just a realm of entropy, madness, cruelty, and ruin. It is also a place of powerful magic. Indeed, the lure of abyssal magic has led many arcanists to their doom over the ages, but not before they had tasted a bit of the abyss's incredible power. Demon lords cannot grant spells, but the abyss itself can, using the demon lords as conduits. Spells can include speaking dark epithets while brandishing holy symbols, transforming creatures into demonic versions of their true selves. The subject creature deforms, with skin sprouting thick fur or jagged scales, and horns growing from his head and body. Mortality isn't safe from the clutches of demonic magic. With a cruel utterance and a complex set of hand signs, great evil swells within the target, overwhelming and confusing their sense of morality. Like a magnet touching a compass, the ecology of the abyss isn't saved from the corruption of the demons and demon lords. Corruption seeps into everything, altering flora and fauna alike. Trees might bleed ichor, rivers may run with acid, and even the air itself can become toxic. The diversity of life in the abyss extends to its flora, which often exhibits predatory or parasitic traits. Razorvine forests, capable of slicing through flesh, grow unchecked in some layers, while carnivorous plants lure prey with illusory scents. Swarms of abyssal locusts darken the skies in certain realms, devouring everything in their path. In other areas, fungi emit hypnotic spores that enslave those who breathe them, turning them into mindless thralls. The food chain within the abyss is dominated by apex predators, including massive demons and otherworldly beasts. Abyssal hydras, capable of regrowing heads with increased ferocity, stalk volcanic layers, while shadowhounds hunt tirelessly in the eternal twilight of others. Lesser demons and mortal intruders often find themselves the prey of such monstrosities. Meanwhile, symbiotic relationships can also form, with smaller creatures surviving by scavenging from the scraps of larger predators or attaching themselves to demon lords for protection. The abyss itself appears almost sentient, influencing the life forms that dwell within it. Some scribes believe that the plane actively spawns creatures to embody its chaotic will, while others argue that its energies simply twist existing life into new, horrifying forms. This constant state of evolution ensures that even familiar layers can give rise to unexpected horrors over time. Among the countless layers of the abyss, some stand out for their notable characteristics or the prominence of their rulers. Each layer tells a story of destruction, ambition, or despair, serving as a reminder of the plane's boundless malevolence. Stable gates are rare but invaluable. These portals connect the abyss to other planes. They are fiercely contested, as they offer a means of invasion or escape. Some gates are natural phenomena, while others are forged through dark rituals. Their stability is deceptive, as the chaotic energies of the abyss can render them unreliable without warning. Many mortals and demons alike are drawn to these gates, seeking power or escape, but few return unscathed. A frigid, desolate expanse ruled by the frost demon Koschchi, the Iron Wastes are a place of endless winter. Blizzards rage perpetually, and the land is dotted with the frozen remains of those who dared to challenge its master. Within this frozen hell, Koschchi's followers plot and raid, their bloodlust undiminished by the icy winds. This layer may have been avoided if not for the presence of one of the most coveted gates in the abyss, a rime-encrusted stone monolith arch leading to Jotunheim on Isgard, near the frost giant town of Utgard. More importantly, the gate opens near the roots of the great wheel-spanning Yggdrasil tree, a major transplanar thoroughfare leading to the upper planes. Demons from all corners of the abyss therefore congregate in the Iron Waters in the hopes of moving through this gate. A place of unspeakable horror. The Well of Darkness imprisons some of the abyss's most ancient and powerful entities. It is a chasm that seems to stretch infinitely downward, its depths filled with the echoes of tormented screams. Few dare to approach, for the entities imprisoned within radiate a hatred so intense it can drive even demons to madness. This Well of Darkness located on the 70th third layer of the abyss, is an impregnable prison which appeals to the chaotic denizens of the abyss, who see it as a challenge that will inevitably be bested. Some who visit the plane do so to communicate with a fallen patron, while others hope to deal with the prisoners in exchange for helping them to escape. Still others come to learn, for while the prisoners of the wells of darkness cannot overtly interact with the abyss, they are far from without influence. The domain of Fraz Urblu, the Prince of Deception, Hollow's Heart, is a realm of illusion and despair. The landscape shifts constantly, confounding intruders and hiding its true horrors beneath layers of deceit. The very ground can vanish beneath a traveler's feet, revealing bottomless chasms or pits teeming with demonic predators. The 170th layer was one of the first layers to be dominated. The Prince of Deception came to this layer during the fading days of the Oberith Dominion. The demon's terrible magic staff allowed him to command immense armies of demons, and other hateful creatures served as the key of his absolute mastery over Hollow's Heart. At the height of his power, he could raise mountain ranges in a matter of seconds, or drain bottomless seas with but a thought. The reformed Hollow's Heart is as large as a continent on a material plane world, but it is merely a sliver of the territory this Prince of Deception once commanded. And every inch of regained ground reminds him how much he has lost at the hands of his hated human enemies. The 570th layer of the abyss, Shendelavri, seat of the succubus Queen Maclanthet. This layer looks, feels, and smells like a heavenly paradise, situated on a verdant sliver of land balanced between sweeping panoramic mountains and a lush ocean cast red under a heart-stirring permanent sunset. Shendelavri looks more like a romantic painting than a layer of the abyss, but the magnificent vistas conceal a deadly truth. This layer is a paradise only to the succubus queen. The layer exists with manicured hanging gardens and gleaming marble facades, only to hide the endless torture chambers, laboratories, and murderous political schemes. Most mortal residents of the layer, drawn unwittingly into the abyss by succubi or incubi, posing as vivacious lovers, never experience the darker side of the layer, instead living a life out of utter luxury. Then their demonic lovers murder them, often slowly and with great precision, and their souls are utterly consumed to fuel the succubus queen's arcane power and commandment over the layer. For mortals, the abyss offers both peril and a perverse allure. Those who dare to enter this chaotic realm often seek forbidden power, knowledge, or treasures beyond imagining. Artifacts of immense power, forged by demon lords or left behind by ancient beings, lie scattered across its layers. Such relics, however, come with a price, as their corrupting influence can erode the wielder's sanity and morality. Adventurers might also seek pacts with demons, trading their souls or loyalty for fleeting boons that grant magical power or infernal insight. The abyss is also a crucible for proving strength. Mortals who survive its horrors can emerge as legends, their exploits whispered in hushed tones across the plains. Some mortals are drawn to the abyss to confront personal demons, both literal and figurative, while others are driven by vengeance, seeking to strike at the heart of evil itself. Yet for every tale of triumph, there are countless stories of despair, as the abyss devours even the most resolute souls. From the vantage of the upper planes, the abyss is a blight on the multiverse, a festering wound that threatens the balance of existence. The gods of order and light perceive it as both an enemy to be contained and a cautionary example of chaos unchecked. Deities of the upper planes often dispatch their celestial servants to monitor or counteract the abyss's influence, striving to protect mortal realms from its creeping corruption. Some even see the abyss as a test, a proving ground where mortals can demonstrate their resilience and commitment to virtue. Yet, the abyss's chaotic nature makes it a paradoxical force. It stands as a reminder of the multiverse's fragility and the eternal struggle between creation and destruction. To the gods, the abyss is both a challenge and an opportunity, a crucible where heroes are forged and where the ultimate battle for existence might one day be decided. The abyss and its demon lords embody the dangers of unchecked ambition, chaos, and the destructive allure of power without restraint. They serve as grim reminders of how hubris and selfish desires can spiral into devastation, consuming not only the individual but also everything around them. Thank you for watching the video. We have more videos planned, so like and subscribe to make sure you watch those when they release. Thanks to our members, DJ and Alberto, who have signed up to our memberships. If you would like to support the channel further, take a look at the links for Patreon and our membership on YouTube. See you all on the next video.